Hello, all those listeners out there. My name is Alan Yagjian. I'm an ergonomist, and I'm going to talk about the ergonomics of the Apple Magic Mouse. Okay, and as you can see here, it has a very slim design, very similar to the Apple trackpad, but this one actually has sort of a trackpad built in to a standard full mouse. I wouldn't say full size mouse because this is actually very slim. So how to use this ergonomically, I'm going to go through that right now. So first of all, trackpads are pretty much the hardest mouse to use with proper ergonomics. In fact, because it doesn't have any contouring of the hand, your hand can't really actually rest on the device itself, meaning that you're going to have a lot of planting on the actual surface that it's on, which prevents you from encouraging that movement of the elbow and shoulder rather than isolation of movement to the wrist. Okay, so to kind of just demonstrate that, you could see that this mouse pretty much all of my palm right here, which is going to be responsible for it's going to be responsible for the movement there. So it's going to be the pivot point in which I move this mouse if I want to gain stability. However, ideally with a larger mouse, you're going to be able to actually place that palm. This portion is your palm, this is your wrist, but your palm will actually rest on the device itself, encouraging you to have more translational movement across the work surface, as I explained with the trackpad use in one of my other videos. So with this mouse, you have to actively kind of consciously think about proper movement with your mouse. You actually have to, I'd encourage people to relax the wrist, keep all the muscles in your forearm nice and loose. The muscles in your forearm do control your wrist and your digits, yeah. But so that's why I use that term forearm. But essentially, you're going to be relaxing whenever you can. But as you move the mouse, you're going to actually be picking up the device slightly, right here, okay, and move the mouse, okay. Asking someone to use it with absolute proper neutral posture, in which the top of your wrist is flat or horizontal, is kind of impractical a little bit because we all kind of tend to find our little resting place, and you don't want to tense up all the time. So anyways, to keep it short, the reason I don't like this mouse, I don't recommend it much, except if you're an Apple fanatic. It's actually a wonderful device. It has a lot of wonderful features. I mean, you have the gestures incorporated into a standard mouse, so it is a little bit better in terms of ergonomics. While having a lot of the features that make Apple amazing, Apple products in general amazing. I mean, I'm saying they're all amazing, but I think that the gestures is a great feature that Apple's come up with in terms of software and hardware. So, I mean, the thing about this mouse when you're using it is it's just so low profile. You're going to get no contour. You're also not going to be able to have any sort of, feedback on where the mouse is. So, you're going to be doing a lot of extra lateral grasping here with your pinky and ring finger as well as your thumb. So it's, you might actually end up fully pronated as well, which also causes a little bit of tension here because it's just completely flat, right? So what I'd encourage users to do if they're going to be using, Apple Magic Mouse all by itself, I'd encourage you to just pretend like you sort of have a full-size mouse and actually rest on this portion of your palm, okay? And that way, one, you won't have any pressure in towards your medial nerve or your carpal area. So that would make sure that's not an issue there. But also, you're going to actually have better posture. Let me show you. Boom. Okay. So the neutral posture is that, that kind of like if you were going to hang by a bar, that's their posture. So just kind of like imagine yourself hanging by a bar, and then use those fingers to kind of tent your wrist up into a more vertical, like a vertical mouse position. See what I'm saying? So now I'm using my fingers to tent my hand to the side a little bit. You get that 45-degree angle there. And now I'm going to use the mouse sort of like that. All the contact with the desk, and my hand is all placed right here in that safe zone. It's a safe zone, guys. So when you're getting it off of here, when you get it off of there, you just discourage that planting and pivoting, as I mentioned, was bad earlier. Okay, that isolation of movement to the wrist, that causes a lot of issues. Man, I have to shake my hand out just doing that. But yeah, just you want to relax your hand. I mean, everybody's shape is different, but I like to kind of rest my pinky index on that corner there, and then just lightly grasp this side, and then there you go. And that's how you use a Apple Magic Mouse using proper ergonomics. Thank you, guys.